Love and blessings to all that are listening. I wanted to share a snippet of a tarot card reading that was sent to me a few months ago at exactly the time in my life that I needed it. And so I felt the calling to share it with all of you in the hopes that it would bring some soothing to your soul, soothing to your anxiety, and soothing to any overthinking or doubts that you might have right now. It was sent to me by a dear friend and brother, Parker Sherry, who I've spent some time in Peru when I did ayahuasca, and then in Austin earlier this year. And I'll read you what the tarot card says. But just as a quick note, I have actually written an article called The Path of Courage, and I explain the path of the soul through my own lens, and I include the reading of this tarot card and how it's helped me get some direction this year when I've needed it. And so if you want to read the full article, it takes a few minutes, and it'll be in the link in this description for this episode. It's on my LinkedIn, so I'll include that link if you want to read it. But here goes the reading. It's from the Osho Zen Tarot card deck. This card is called Going with the Flow. Going with the flow. And the explanation reads, the image of Ace of Water Osho Zen Tarot is completely relaxing and comfortable in the water, allowing the water flow to take him wherever it wants to go. He is an expert in passive art and is receptive without drowsiness or indifference. He is only ready for the currents of life and never thinks and says, I don't like that, or I like going the other way. Every moment in life, we all have the choice of whether to float with the water or to try to swim upstream. When Ace of Water Osho Zen Tarot appears in a spread, it's a sign that you have the ability to float now. So be confident that life will support you in your relaxation and take you exactly where it wants you to go. Just accept the feeling of truth and relax to develop more and more. Everything is going correctly as it should be. That's the end of the reading. And it brings this sense of everything is exactly the way it's meant to be. And it reminds me of a poem or a sentence from a poem that Hafiz wrote. And Hafiz was a famous Persian poet many years ago. I think he lived in the I want to say 14th, 15th, 16th century, somewhere around there. I know that's a long time span, but I can't remember exactly when he was born, but it was around that time. And there's a particular sentence in one of his poems, and he writes, God circled. I'm sorry, let me start that again. He says, where you are now, God circled on a map for you. And that is a description of where you are now. You're right where you need to be. So I'll leave you with that. Love and blessings, and enjoy the rest of your day.